Good morning, students. Today we are going to discussing about another important aspect is artificial hybridization. What is meant by hybridization? What is meant by artificial hybridization? If you clearly observe the definition, you can clearly identify, you can clearly understand the definitions of artificial hybridization. Crossing of two genetically different individuals. Crossing of two genetically different individuals to create new genotypes by controlled pollination is called artificial hybridization. For example, here this is a capital T, one individual. This is a small t. This is another individual. Crossing of two genetically, this is one genes, this is another genes. In between two different genes, now we will follow in the crossing method. That's why crossing of two genetically different individual to create new genotypes. How two new genotypes are formed? For example, this is homozygous tall plant. This is one genotype. This is a homozygous dwarf plant. Actually, the crossing in between homozygous tall plant and homozygous dwarf plant. In that condition, after complete the reduction division, overall meiosis division, gametes are formed. What type of the gametes are formed? Here capital T, here small t. The two gametes are fused to form new genotypes. This is capital T. This is small t. In between capital T, small t, in between capital T and small t, we will following the crossing method. What type of the characters are formed? New genotypes are formed. This is nothing but heterozygous tall, whereas this is a new genotypes, controlled pollination. Here pollination is completely controlled. The pollination is completely controlled. The pollination is mainly occurred under control of human being. This is called artificial hybridization. That's why crossing of two genetically different individuals to create new genotypes, controlled pollination, that is called artificial hybridization. Next one. Generally, it is one of the major approaches used in crop breeding management program. It is one of the best method used in crop breeding management program. In this crossing experiment, which type of the pollen grains are used? Here, for that artificial hybridization purpose, compulsory desired pollen grains are used. Desired pollen grains. Actually, here which type of the characters we want? The type of the characters are present in that desired pollen grain. Compulsory for that artificial pollination purpose, for that artificial hybridization purpose, desired pollen grains are used. Here in this experiment, desired pollen grains are used for pollination. The stigma is protected from contamination. Here the stigma is here. This is actually one flower. This is actually one flower. Desired pollen grains are used. Here, for that using of desired pollen grains, the stigma is protected. The stigma is protected. Contamination. The stigma is protected for contamination. Stigma is protected. Stigma is protected. Protected for contamination. Contamination. What is meant by contamination? Another type of the pollen grains are not to fall on the stigma because of this condition. The stigma is protected for contamination. Unwanted pollen grains are not to fall on the stigma. Because of that purpose, the stigma is protected for contamination. This is about the here definitions of the artificial hybridization. Next one that is also known as, in the artificial hybridization mainly involved in 4 important steps. Artificial hybridization achieved by 4 steps. What are the 4 steps? First one is selections of parent. Second one is emasculation. Third one is bagging. Fourth one is rebagging. Now we are going to discussing each and every step of artificial hybridization. First one is selections of parents. For that artificial hybridization purpose, which type of the parents are? First of all, we have selected. Here, the first step of artificial hybridization is to select homozygous plant with desirable characters as a parent. First of all, what type of the parents are selected for that artificial hybridization? This is first step of artificial hybridization, to select homozygous plant with capital T. This is one homozygous plant. Here, otherwise, this is also known as small t. This is a homozygous dwarf plant. Which type of the plants are you selected for the selections of the parents? To select homozygous plant with desirable characters as a parents. For example, the characters are present in homozygous plant. There is no problem. In case here the characters are present in heterozygous plant. Here the desirable characters are present in homozygous plant. There is no problem. In case the desirable characters are present in heterozygous plant. Here actually this is also known as capital T, small t. Heterozygous plant. This is also known as capital T, small t. Heterozygous plant. The desirable characters are present in heterozygous plant. The parents are repeated self-pollination for several generation. for that obtaining the homozygous characters in that condition, the heterozygous plant it undergoes many number of the self pollination. See this one, this is also known as self pollination. The desirable characters are present in heterozygous plant. The parents are repeated self-pollination for several generations. Finally, to bring the homozygosity in the trait. Finally, we will bring the homozygosity in the trait. Homozygosity in the trait. This is also known as selections of the parent. Second one is emasculation. What is meant by emasculation? For example, here this is one bisexual flower. Bisexual flower. This is actually anther. This is stigma. What is meant by emasculation? Removal of anther from bisexual flower of female parent when the flowers are still in bud condition is called emasculation. Actually here, removal of anther from bisexual flower of female parent when the flowers are still in bud condition is called emasculation to prevent self-pollination. Due to the removal of the anthers from bisexual flower, in that bisexual flower, which type of the pollination is prevented? Self-pollination is prevented. Why self-pollination is prevented in that bisexual flower? Because of the anthers are removed. Generally, for that removal of the anther, which type of the methods we will following for that removal of the anther? For example, here we will following the two important methods for that removal of the anther. First one is when the flowers are large. For example, this is one large flower. When the flowers are large, the anthers are removed with the help of removed with the help of forceps. You know that forceps. Here by using forceps in the anthers are removed technically. Actually, you and me also not to remove the anther from bisexual flower. For that removal of the anthers, a specific technicians are also present. A specific technicians are also worked in horticulture industries. For that removal of the anther compulsory. A specific technicians are also required. Those are also remove the anther from bisexual flower. This is one method. Next, one more method. For example, if the flowers are large, there is no problem. With the help of forceps, we will remove the anther from bisexual flower. In case, in some of the plants, the flowers are very small. In that small flower, how to remove the anther from bisexual flower during that time? For example, here, when the flowers are small, here this is actually when the flowers are small, when the flowers are small, the whole inflorescence is. This is actually inflorescence. This is actually inflorescence. The whole inflorescence is dipped in. The whole inflorescence is dipped in. This is hot water. Dipped in hot water at 45 to 50 degrees centigrade temperature. When the flowers are small, the whole inflorescence is dipped in hot water at 45 to 50 degrees centigrade temperature. Different times, 45 to 50 degrees centigrade at different time intervals. That is also known as 1 to 10 minutes. 1 to 10 minutes. During that time, the gynoecium. During that time, the gynoecium withstand high temperature. The gynoecium withstand high temperature. But anther get killed. Here series one, you know that compare with the male parts. The female parts are large in size. For example, if you see in a human being, here actually the sperm cells are very minute. Sperm cells are released into female body. But how many eggs are released from female body? One egg. Here actually the eggs are large in size. The anthers are the sperm cells are very minute size. Like that here also same. If you apply to the temperature during that time, gynoecium withstand high temperature, but anthers get killed. In that 45 to 50 degrees centigrade temperatures of water, all anthers are killed, but gynoecium is withstand. This is also second method. Generally, two methods are involved for the removal of the anther from bisexual flowers. Second, emasculation step is also completed. Next, third step is bagging. What is meant by bagging? After emasculation, what is meant by emasculation? The removal of the anther from bisexual flower of a female parent when the flower is still in bud condition is called emasculation. After emasculation, the female flower is, what is this one? This is also nothing but a female flower. The female flower is enclosed by. This is also known as butter paper or polythene bag. After emasculation, the female flower is enclosed by butter paper or polythene bag. Here the stigma is enclosed by butter paper and polythene bag. Due to the enclosing of the butter paper and polythene bag, in that time, the other species of the pollen grain or unwanted pollen grains are not to fall on the stigmatic surface. This is also known as the advantages of the bagging. Why the polythene bag and butter paper cover the stigmatic region? Because of many number of unwanted pollen grains are freely floating on the atmosphere. If there is no bagging, if there is no polythene bag, that unwanted or other species of the pollen grains are also fall on the stigmatic surface. During that time, it is not artificial hybridization. That's why, because of that purpose, compulsory the polythene bag or butter paper encloses the stigmatic surface. In that time, the unwanted pollen grains or other species of the pollen grains not to fall on the stigmatic surface. This is bagging. The fourth one is rebagging. What is meant by rebagging? When the stigma attain receptivity. This is actually stigma. This is actually stigma. When the stigma attain receptivity. What is meant by attain? Attain means reach. What is meant by receptivity? Attain means reach. Receptivity, this is also known as the stigma attain reach. What is meant by receptivity? This is also nothing but accept. The stigma, when the stigma attain receptivity, during that time the bag is open. Here the mature pollen grains are collected from the male parent. Here the matured pollen grains are collected from the male parent and dusted on the stigmatic surface. Again rebag. Here after introducing of the matured pollen grains, are you not to follow the rebagging technique? Again unwanted pollen grains are fall on the stigmatic surface. During that time the entire hybridization process are also here damaged. This is also nothing but a rebagging technique. Here when the stigma attain receptivity, during that time the polythene bags are reopened, the matured pollen grains are collected from the male parent and dusted on the stigmatic surface. Again rebagging. During that time here the fertilization process are also completed. Finally seeds are developed. This is also rebagging technique. Last one is, for example, this is the female parent. This is one female parent. When the female parent produces the unisexual flowers. See this one, if you clearly observe this flower, in that flower only stigmatic surface is there, only pistil is there. There is no anther. What is meant by unisexual flowers? Here actually both male and female sex organs are developed on different plants. That is called also dioecious. Here actually this is one unisexual flower. If female parent produces unisexual flower, there is no need of emasculation. Why emasculation process is not need in that unisexual flower? Because the anthers are completely absent. Due to the absence of the anthers, there is no need to emasculation process. But the female flower buds are, this is nothing but a female flower buds. But the female flower buds are bagged before the flowers are not open. When we will follow in the bagging technique, if a flower is open time, otherwise if a flower is present in bud condition, the bagging technique is following only when the flower is present in bud condition. If a flower is opened, during that time many number of the unwanted pollen grains are also fall on the stigmatic surface. In that time, if you follow in the bagging technique, that is completely unused. That's why here the bagging technique is following only during that the flower is present in bud condition. And the final point, when the stigma became receptivity, when the stigma reached maturity condition, during that time here pollination process are also, during that time pollination is carried out only by the desired pollen grain. Here which purpose are you following the hybridization technique? For that obtaining the new genotypic characters. Here, same species of the pollen grains are dusted on the stigmatic surface. During that time, there is no produces the new evolutionary characters. For that obtaining the new evolutionary characters, compulsory we will use only desirable pollen grains for that pollination purpose. Finally, we will getting a desirable characters of plants. This is also known as artificial hybridization technique. Thank you all of you.